Hey, welcome in, folks. This is Babbaginator. We are in the long dark, and we are doing something crazy and probably stupid. But uh, this is what happens when you get an idea into your head as a coder, and you decide maybe I should make this happen and see what happens. So we decided to write a little custom setting generator so we can create a purely, completely, totally random custom settings for TLD. So we will really we'll just hit the button, we'll generate the list of settings, we'll set it as they describe, and then we're going to go ahead and run with it. And this covers the spectrum from Pilgrim to like extreme past like Nope and Nagoa level, right? So that whole spectrum of like super easy all the way through to super hard, with some exceptions. I have made the decision that we will keep sprains, dysentery, food poisoning, parasites, scurvy. These type of things are all on. I'm not going to turn them off. I'm going to let those like be standard. Like, this is part of the experience of TLD. You're always going to have these experiences if you want to play somewhat difficult, right? So we're keeping that level of realism, but everything else is out the window. So we don't know what we're going to get. So here we go. Without further ado, let me set this up here. We will. I need to add a new thing. Let's see. We'll add this as a random challenge gym. Actually, I'm not adding a scene. I'm in the wrong. I'm going to add a source. There we go. Okay, so random challenge. Okay. So I'm going to add that. We are going to put this in here. Oh, you know what? We could even do that as a local file. We wouldn't have to load anything. Let me do that. Hold up a second here. Taking care of this first, but let's see here. Let's see if that works. Okay, now I need to change it so don't want it. How did I do this before? I don't want it to be did we do this already with the roles? Okay, we've got that on the screen. Now we have to make some adjustments here. Why is it doing that? Alright, there it is, as was originally the case. And we're just going to hit the generate here, or actually I guess what we can do now is, I think if every time we open it, it should regenerate. Is that right? And yeah, it's doing it different. Okay, so let's get ourselves ready here then. We're going to do a new challenge. We're going custom. And okay, I don't need to have this as a separate thing here now. I can keep this one open so I can see you. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to load it up, and we're going to play whatever we get, however weird it is. Okay, so here we go. So baseline is medium. Okay. We start at midnight. There will be light snow. Indoor spawns are permitted. Okay. We have Survivor Monologue. So I didn't change length of day multiplier. That really just stretches out real time. Length of hours, length of day. I just like, nah, we don't really need to worry about that. Weather variability is high. There is no blizzards. I can live with that. No blizzards. Let's see. World gets colder over time. That is true at high. Wind variability is medium. Aurora frequency is low. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, I just discovered the problem with doing it as a browser. Okay. We'll have to do this a different way. Because that will only show, it won't show me the full thing. So let's remove that. We'll try it as an open window here. Oh, I was all excited there. Okay. Okay, so my mistake. I thought I could get it to work one way. I can't, so we'll have to do it a different way. We'll bring it in as an application. Window capture. I'm going to try this again. Random TLD settings. Alright, there we go. This time we have what we want. Move this over here. Let's see what we can do here. We can cut this part. Pull this in. We can pull this part in. There you go. Okay, so we're going to hit generate and we'll take what we got. Oh. Suddenly got too kind. So very high, it's Pilgrim. Noon, heavy snow. No indoor spawns. Medium weather. High frequency of blizzards, though. World gets colder. High. Wind variability, medium. Aurora frequency, high. This is going to be interesting. So you have lots of stuff, but, lots of stuff, but the weather conditions are all over the place. Calorie burn rate is very, very high. Very high. Medium thirst rate. Medium fatigue. Low freeze. That's generous. At rest. Condition recovery high. Condition recovery also high. Hypothermia recovery time very, very high. So, long time to recover from hypothermia. Frostbite rate is none. Oh, I thought I had that turned off. I guess that's... We'll fix that in the next version of the challenge, of the generator. So apparently you can't get frostbite rate. We'll have to fix that. Okay, so let's see. Cabin fever is yes. All these guys are yeses. Because it wouldn't be TLD without all these awkward, painful things happening to us. Rest is a resource. Vitamin C is high. No. No birch bark. Ooh. Interesting. Very high decay rate. Oh, wait a sec. No, low. Sorry. Wrong section. Low decay rate. Medium loose item availability. High chance of empty container. Low stick and stone respawn. Starting gear allocation is high. Rifle is no. Revolver is no. So no guns. Plant availability is low. Okay. This is kind of all over the place. Okay, very high fish. Medium wolf. Oops, medium wolf. I'm fine with low timber wolf. Very high deer. Low rabbit. Interesting. Bear spawn very, very, very high. Okay. Moose spawn is high. Okay, interesting. Low respawn time for wildlife. High reduction of wildlife over time. Wolf spawns at medium distance. Predator grace period, no. Okay, so wildlife smell range low. Scent range low. Passive. Oh, okay, so wildlife is passive. Wildlife attacks during rest, yes. Wolf fear low. Timberwolf morale high. Close. None for struggle bonus. Low struggle. High clothing damage. So this is going to be one where if we do get attacked by wolves, it will rip apart our clothes. And medium damage severity. Okay, so, and our code for this, oops, what a weird combo here. Our code for this is going to be Let's see. We're going to dump this into... type this out somewhere, and then we can put this in the challenge. I can never tell the difference between their I's and their L's. Is that an L or is it an I? Can't tell. It's not a 1. Can't tell. Okay. Okay, so we're confirming this. Our very strange challenge has begun. Random as always. Astrid. We will take our usual. Okay. The random dark one. Come on, keyboard. There we go. Okay, we're going to do a couple changes here. Let's go ahead and go and add to our commands new challenge. Okay, so our new challenge is random dark. Okay, let's see, and then we will Okay, so there we go. We've got the new challenge updated. We got our run started. We are officially doing something crazy. Yay! There we go. The random dark. Using Babo's random settings generator, generate a completely random custom settings list and try to survive on that run. You can try it out here. There's a link. The current code we're doing is this one, and I can't even read the last letter to see which one it is. It's L or an I. I can't tell. Hey, so where are we here? We are in Forsaken Airfield. Wait a sec, how did we get over to Forsaken Airfield? I thought we chose the other. Oh, wow. Okay, so I may have accidentally hit the wrong button. Now we're starting off in Forsaken Airfield. This could be a short run. Wildlife is passive though, so we do get a little bit of a break that way. And the basic resources are very high, which means when we loot, if there's loot, it will be good loot. But we are very cold right now. And we are going to be also struggling for plants. That's a weird one. We have to struggle for plants. Not quite certain where we are. Bam! Right into him. I don't even know where we are. It's like we're somewhere in airfield. In theory... Oh, okay, I see. Well, I think, if I remember correctly, there should be shelter somewhat nearby. Just can't remember which way to get there. Or is it up there and we're down here? I don't know. I can't remember. I can't remember if it's over here. Still haven't found stones. This is going to be... Oh, okay, I think I know where we are now. Okay. So in theory, we've got passive wildlife, so this guy shouldn't attack us unless we provoke. Not yet. I haven't. How's it looking? So I read up a little bit about it. He's making a an integration mod so that people can mess with his run. One of the things I had tried to figure out was how the game generates the codes that it uses. Like your custom settings code, how does that get generated? Basically, how are they encrypting that? But it's more complicated than I thought. I was like, I don't think I'm going to have this figured out. So we can goat down here, we can't goat up. Okay, I'll have to check it out then. So I'm not certain how many people we're going to have on tonight because it's Mother's Day. People spending time with families. I called my mom, but I talk to her every Sunday, so still good. Good to check in. Ooh. There's a little cave back in here. I don't know if there's matches here. Who knows what we're going to get with this baseline? We got coal. Any stuff back here? There is stuff back here. Let's see what we got. Food. It'd be nice if you guys had matches, though. I want to loot him, but we don't have a knife. We don't have matches. Seems like a bad idea. Just keep moving until we can get into shelter. Oh, sapling. I just noticed something here. I'll try to adjust this. Alright, a little bit better centering so I don't keep sinking down on that camera. So what's so fantastic about it? What did you see him do with it? Probably have to go track down the streams and watch the testing. You know, if I really wanted to make it even more interesting, I could randomize which perks I start with on the run. Every aspect of the game can be controlled by chat. Like, can you give me an example of something that could be controlled by chat? Status affects weather. What? So they can directly impact. Wow, that's wild. He totally hacked it all. That's crazy. Sounds like fun. You drop your pants. Oh, excellent. Cloth. Nothing we can do with the workbench yet. Look at all those potatoes. Guess it went full-blown blizzard. Oh, we're still cold. Oh, what am I thinking? I think we started off with the bedroll and the matches. That's right, we started off with a much higher setting. Look at that, there's a bow, there's arrows. Oh.
Let's be prepared for anything.
That's totally wild. And very cool. I do want to check that out now. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
telekinesis. Perfect.
Okay, what do we got here? Only one can. Unless it's hiding somewhere else. No pot. No pot. No pot. Okay, so let's see what else we got here. So currently have 8 torches. Yeah, this is definitely a weird one. I think our plan is to get out of here as quickly as we can. Oh, we can break down this clock too. Okay. So for those of you who are kind of lurking and missed the earlier discussion about what we're doing tonight, um, I I had this wacko idea the other night, and I thought, what would happen if I made a completely random long dark run where I made a JavaScript generator that generated, like, took all the custom settings and randomized them, and then you just ran with that. And so you'll probably have something in between Pilgrim and Nope, right? And some really weird like combinations of things come out of that. So we've got a pretty weird one. I'll say it's a pretty weird one. The baseline resources and a number of other things are quite good, but a lot of other settings are set brutally high. Yeah, so we've got it's kind of a weird one. I'm trying to think if there's a way we could see the settings right now. Can we see the? I don't know if we can see in the process of the game what the current settings are, but I have the code posted in there. I think I have the right code. Problem with the font they use is it's really hard to tell the difference between a lowercase L and an uppercase I. So the last letter might be an L or an I. Don't know. Welcome in, old guy can't game.
I'm starving.
Okay. Got it. Yeah, so our problem is we have a what did we say? It was a low frequency. You know what? Next time I do this challenge, I will screenshot or dump out the. I should print out the settings so I can tell you exactly what we have. Because other than posting in the code, once I run the generator and close that window, I don't have that information anymore. It would be useful to have that information. So yeah, I think next time I will save the information, screenshot it, and then maybe able to pop it up, and then also have like a printout of it. Can we craft anything? Do we need to craft anything? How's our clothing? Okay, we can make some repairs here.
I need to find food.
Okay, we're still down a coat. Jeans. Oh, it's not that hard. That's at 100. This will make another hit wrap. Don't really want to go out there.
I gotta eat soon.
Oh, I missed that. There's meat right here. Guess we should cook something.
Come on, little fire.
How much longer is this going to go for? Hmm. I think we just have to go. It's just, there's no point in really staying. Actually, I don't know what we can do either out here. We have zero visibility. There's just like nothing to do. Yeah, I think we are stranded until it lets up. Still not really any visibility.
It's dusk, so night can't be far behind.
Hmm. Is it just always going to be snowing? Man. Oh, did I... Oh, that was stupid. I think I rested instead of slept. That's probably why. Don't you dare. Okay. Weather may be terrible, but at least it's clear. Got visibility. Let's run with it. So we're taking advantage of the fact that on this particular random set of settings, the damage we take from cold is slow, and we have 0 chance of frostbite. Well, I mean, we started off with gear that covered our hands and head already, so we were lucky in that respect. But yeah. But yeah, so we can afford to walk out here in the cold. As long as we've got visibility, fine. We know where we're going. I think I see the tower. Is that a carcass or is that a rock? Oh, dead wolf. Plane over there, towers over there. One hour. Do we want to do it? I think it's too cold. We'll get these later.
Sure getting cold.
Oh, that's right. Hyperthermia recovery is slow. Really slow. We don't want to get hypothermia.
It's a goddamn freezing. I'm gonna need to eat soon.
Okay. We're on the runway. See nothing here. There's a wolf. Now to find out if they're attracted to the meat or not. Will they leave us alone? Okay, they are passive. It's making hunting really hard then. If everything's passive, it means it runs away.
The owner's around. I could eat a horse.
I wonder if we should go for well fed since we have so much food on us. I think we should. I think we should just go ahead. Go for well fed. Because baseline resources are high, which means we're going to keep finding food, so... See, we just keep finding food. So, food's not going to be an issue.
I've never felt so cold in my life.
Okay, let's see what we got.
This stuff will come in handy.
I don't know if we can do the, I don't think we can do the challenge or the side quest for this. Not in a custom run. Oh, we're still cold. Feels like -1. We need to get warmer somehow. We need one more piece of clothing.
Looks like this has been here a while.
Yeah, I have one idea here. Okay. See more matches, that'll be useful. So yeah, if anyone wants to try out the random custom settings generator and see if you get something interesting you want to play with, feel free to do so. You just type !challenge, it'll give you the link and you can go and run it yourself. See what wackiness it produces. Guess we have a transmitter now. Control tower. Maglins. Perfect. If we ever get a chance to use it.
Is getting too heavy to carry. Feels like night is coming. Just magically repaired it. Okay. There's a switch, right? Should switch. Or does it not switch because we can't do this challenge? Alright. So be it. Are we warm? We're still not warm. Okay, let's see. Someone's got to have clothes. I think I can use this.
Okay, there we go. Now we're at least positive.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Ooh, look at that. I like that. Or water.
Hope nobody needs this anymore. This stuff will come in handy.
Are we? I think there's an aurora tonight. Signals are on. Yeah, we'll get that fixed. Aurora's coming.
This will come in handy.
That definitely will come in handy. Should be careful here.
Hope nobody
More
needs
matches.
this anymore.
Yeah, matches are not going to be an issue
Starting
for
to
us.
feel numb. I could use this. not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Alright. Do more looting later, but okay, we'll loot the rest later, but I think right now we want to get down here. Ugh, I would really like to get a 6-burner stove. Too many potatoes. Oh, second can. Good job, Astrid. Okay. We could actually forge stuff in here if we wanted to. Yeah, we could forge a bunch of arrowheads.
Come on, little fire. Come on.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Which metal do we have here? 2. Okay, we got some pails we can do. Let's grab some more metal, and then we'll be back down to forge some more. Oh, dear God.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Keep forgetting to drop all our fuel down there. Oh, pot. Big one.
This'll come in handy. I'll take it.
Why is there a rabbit carcass in the shower? What is going on, folks? That's just kind of creepy, like a horror movie. Nope, we can't interact with that one. It's been there since last year. I don't think I've ever noticed that before. always slow now. They're still way too heavy, but... That is ridiculous.
Don't feel so good.
Should I go ahead and forge a knife, even though we don't really... Well, having it now will allow us to make arrows. So we have 4 arrowheads. That's 6. Plus 3 is 9. We can make 2 more. We have that many arrow shafts. We really wanted to, we could break down something else, like the can opener. Yeah, we could do can opener. Down at 32 minutes here. Let's add some fuel and just go ahead and fill some water. Actually, how are we doing for water? Plenty of water. Then probably what we need to do then is cook meat.
I need to find a place to rest.
Hmm. 40 minutes. Hmm. Oops, that's not what I wanted.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
Okay. I think we should start thinking about wrapping up here. Come on, Astrid. Repair your pants. Three fails. Well, hey, Laszlo. Welcome in. We're doing well. We are doing a kind of crazy idea that I came up with over the weekend and decided to implement it last night. So I wrote up last night last night, or was it this morning? This morning. I think I cobbled it together this morning. A generator so that we can have a truly random custom run. So it is now available. We ran it at the start of this run, and we got the settings, which we punched in. And our current code, if I'm reading it correctly, because I can't tell whether the last letter is a lowercase l or an uppercase I. The font is a little bit ambiguous on that, and you can't copy and paste. So in any case, that's the code if you want to check it out. Next time I do this run, or when I start a next challenge run using this generator, I will remember to print out a copy of the settings and screenshot the settings as well, just so it's easier for people to see what exactly these settings ended up being. It's this is a weird one. Like, our baseline resources are fairly high. Wildlife is set to passive, but blizzard frequency is high, and item decay rate is high, and auroras are low. There's all sorts of weird stuff going on in this one. It's still a big challenge, actually. And harvestable plants are low. It's just like, yeah, and then everything's decaying quickly, so it's a weird one. But we're doing okay. We are... Because resources are high, we do find a lot of stuff. A ridiculous amount of stuff. So we're actually decided just to eat our way through things. So it's kind of like Pilgrim loot. But some other stuff is much more difficult. Like the difficulty setting is higher. The health regen... Oh, what was it? I don't know if I still have that. I don't think... I should have kept it open. Yeah, I should have kept it open. Yeah, I mean, there is a way to tell, but you'd have to... Yeah, you'd have to load it up, punch in the code, and see what you get. But it's a strange mixed bag of things in this one. Yeah, our health damage, our cold damage is slow. So, like, we actually don't take very much damage walking around in a blizzard. And we have 0 chance of frostbite. I have to look at the settings because it doesn't generate a code. It gives me the full list of settings. So, like, here, I'll show you what it looks like. 1 second here. We'll just pop it up again. Okay, so this one just generated a new listing here. And you'll see it gives us the breakdown of exactly what's in there. Some of these things I actually have either slightly weighted or I've fixed them because I don't think there's a point in having them random. Like, I don't think it really matters. I think we should just default to survivor monologue, yes, or no, whatever your preference is. But like that one, I don't think impacts gameplay at all. So I don't randomize that one. And I don't change the length of day multiplier because that really doesn't have that big of an impact. It just means like if you play with a higher multiplier, your TLD day feels much longer because it takes up more real time to go through like a whole day, right? Which I think is good if you're the type of player that needs more, like you get lost easily. I don't know. You don't want the days to race by. You want to drag out the days as long as you can. But yeah, so you could see there's all the standard settings in here. What I have done for the random generator is I have left cabin fever, parasites, dysentery, sprains, food poisoning, broken ribs, rest as a resource, all set to yes. So this is not random. I fixed that just because I feel like if you're doing a custom run and you want to challenge, you want like the general attributes of like a standard run to exist. Frostbite rate can vary from none all the way up to very high. So this time around we got a none when I generated this run. We also lock in these two. Fires prevent freezing and wake up player when freezing near a fire. We set both of those to no because we want it to be a little bit more difficult setting. But you could change those if you wanted to. But yeah, so this is what you get each time you run it. So, but it's so you do end up having a look at all the settings. But if you don't save, if all you save is the code, there's no way for you to go back and look at your settings unless you punch in the code again. So I honestly, I've already started to forget some of the settings that we had. Which makes me think I really should print out a copy of the settings. Yeah, so you can use that. You can generate that and have fun with that. But I have to admit, this has been a lot more challenging than I thought it was going to be. I don't know if we need these. No, that's RNG. It is possible to get rifle or revolver, or both. So I didn't lock those in. Okay. It's daytime and we have Aurora. That's kind of wild. So we also spawned in Forsaken Airfield because I hit the wrong button. So, much to my consternation, it's probably good. It's good for me to be thrown out of my usual habits and have to start over here. How are we doing tinder-wise? Lots of tinder still. Yeah, yeah, someone else was talking, Rootbeard was telling me about it earlier. I am pretty excited. I want to take a look at that myself. I don't know if I'm the person that wants to run that, although it might be fun to do for like some celebration streams. Yeah. Still no pry bar. Oh. That's why we're getting it. It's Glimmer Fog. That's what's coming out right now. Glimmer Frog. Glimmer Frog. Glimmer Frog. That's what we have. Glimmer Frog. We're in the Forsaken Airfield. So yeah, our baseline resources are high, like ridiculously high. So we're just going to eat our way through things right now. Keep our well fed. Look at our potato. Potato count is high. Do we have more firewood? We do have more firewood. Okay, so let's okay, we want to cook some of this meat here. Or not meat, this. Yeah, I think it'll be pretty cool. I'm excited to see people use it. And I might give it a whirl too. And try it out. I think that would make more sense for like the Cave Dweller run. Might have been more fun with that in there.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
I've seen the big fish die in probably the most infamous episode of Big Fish Adventures on the Trestle Bridge. There is a very, very, very funny moment, a very tragic and funny moment, where Big Fish is walking in the ravine, approaching the Trestle Bridge, and forgets that he has set auto lock on. So he pauses to roll a cigarette and then looks up at the screen in horror as Astrid just walks off the bridge. It's like, so yeah, smoking kills. Smoking kills. Okay, let's see here. Let's use our pot. And we will cook potatoes. This again. Oh, there we go. I can't believe it takes 2 hours to break down a ladder. It's a short little dumpy ladder. Why is it so much wood? Yeah. This, on the other hand, is only 9 minutes to break down. Am I going to publish it? In what way? Like, if you go to the... Like, you can play with the generator right now. If you want the code, yeah, I can make that available. But let me know, yeah, if you want it. I guess I could put a link to download the code too. Or put it on, I could put it on GitHub. I mean, it's not very sophisticated. It's, I wish I knew how they hash together the code, like the whatchamacallit, the settings code that they generate at the end. I tried to figure out how it was being done, but it's not straightforward at all. It's just, there's like, you change a setting and it may not, you think like, oh, this setting affects this quad of letters, like this alphanumeric section, and then yeah, I mean, if you want to share it, you can share the link. That's the easiest way to share it. And the code is pretty simple, honestly. Well, it's not that difficult. I think what did I do to pull up the code here? Yeah, hold on a second here, I'll pull it up. Where are we? Over here. So yeah, you should be able to see it here. Yeah, so basically all I did is just I did it in JavaScript, and I decided I'd make each of the sections into its own JavaScript object, and then it would be easier. Oh, you get Let's Encrypt for HTTPS certs. Okay, yeah, let me look into that. See. Oh, so this is totally free to use. Oh, that's really cool. Okay, I like that. Okay, yeah, no, because they try to nickel and dime you at your web host, your domain host. Yeah, you get a few free ones. I have so many like little sites that I've put together over the years, and I've been dreading like having to switch them all over to use some sort of to handle the HTTPS certs. Yeah, so that's great. Okay, so I'll definitely do that and get that set up. That's a great resource. I'll actually have to share that with other people too. Perfect. But yeah, so all I did was I just turned each section into its own little JavaScript object, and then I could pass in So I set up the variables I wanted to be able to change. I then pass in the information like on a set, and then I print it out so it dumps out as HTML, and and then I collect them all together. So at the end, there's a the challenge setting is basically a collection of all of those, game start, environment, health, gear, wildlife. And then I can just, random them, and they all randomly choose. They're all really randomizing off of these constant arrays, which are all the settings, like the current setting range that's available. And so it just does that. And then get new challenge just like creates one, randomizes it, dumps it out. Yeah, no, I like the work I do right now on campus at UBC. I'm also, it's good to have like a really big like bag of tricks for different problems. And one of the things that sometimes comes up is like a graduate student is finishing up their program, they're moving on from the university, their project, they've decided they don't want to leave housed at the university. They want to run it as a private project, but they may be on a budget. And so, sometimes you have to look at like, okay, what kind of hosts will work for the budget that they're looking at that will be able to support the type of, online tool that they've created that they want to make available for other people. So. But then the cert stuff is like a valuable thing to know too, because it's like no one really wants to shell out extra money for each cert. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, we've done enough looking at my code here. So that was basically, I spent a little time this morning hacking that together so I could create my random. Yeah. So if you missed the link to it, there's the link to the generator. But yeah, so that's what we've been doing, and we've been playing this really strange code that's it's given us an interesting challenge. It's definitely not one I would have chosen for myself. And I might have even dismissed it as being overly easy, but it's not. This one's actually been an interesting challenge so far. Okay, so let's see what else we want to eat some stuff here. Let's get rid of some of our potatoes. $38. Hour and 30 minutes to fix these silly running shoes. Okay. 1 hour to fix those. 45 minutes to fix her socks? Wow. I think we should pull some new torches here. And then we will probably wrap up and go to bed. Because it is past our bedtime. Bedtime for Baba. Tomorrow morning, bright and early, back to work. Okay. Good stuff. Yeah, so Big Fish will definitely have to give a try to what you've been working on, the integration. And I'm going to have have to take a look and see how it looks in one of your streams. Okay, so where are we now? We are currently sitting at day 4. Delete one of these. Take our parasite risk. Oh, we should have done that repair that we're supposed to do. Fix these guys up. More glimmer fog. So, random question, Big Fish. Do you have any clue as to what they're doing to create the hash codes, like the codes for the custom runs? I looked at it and it was like I played around with a few different things and realized it wasn't like yeah, I realized that yeah. I think they're taking something. Yeah, I think whatever they're doing impacts more than one digit at a time, potentially. So sometimes, like, a particular setting may actually impact more than one digit. Or like a different digit than it does at some of the lower settings. So it's kind of a weird thing going on. So I'm like, yeah, I think they've got like a little bit more sophisticated hash going on, and I have no idea how to reverse that one. Well, I guess what we could do, these are... Oh, so you can decompile that, take a look and see how they create their hash. I would love to be able to build that into the random, custom setting generator, so that it not only tells you what the settings are, it also gives you a code, which would be easier to punch in. I think like one of the things that has changed is that Scurvy's in there now. So Scurvy's a setting that wasn't there before that now is in there. So that does complicate things a little bit. Okay. I don't want a glimmer fog. I don't want to... Not the worst thing in the world either. Okay, let's grab our stuff. Oh, this is really bad fog. Okay. Yeah, I think we check this helicopter, check one car, and then we are done, I think, for tonight.
I think I can use this.
Yeah, I know. It really changes things with passive wildlife. Now I'm just walking around with all sorts of meat, guts.
Okay.
You can't really get to those ones, can you?
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
Okay, this is too foggy to navigate in. We're gonna wrap up for the night, but we've got an interesting run going. This is weird and kind of fun. Okay, so we're just gonna pass time here and wrap up for tonight. So where are we? We are now on day 5. We actually made that match up. We're on day 5. I'd forgotten to update this from last time. Day 5, we have no crackers. No, we do have a box of crackers. That's true. Hey, we made this all work. That's from last run, and I forgot to change it back to default. So, okay, so let's finish up here. And we're gonna go, we'll do, let's see, we'll do a poem. We'll read something here. Okay, let's go to poem reading time. Where's my poem chooser? Poem chooser, I choose you. Refusing the dark. Okay, so that is a poem that's not in one of my books. It's more recent, as it's written after my second book, and is potentially part of my will probably become the third book. We'll see. Okay, so this is called Refusing the Dark. Tonight, driving home through what might have been fog or a low cloud, I find myself singing out of habit, or perhaps out of some antique sorrow I've forgotten, nestled in the silent space between ribs, the car before me hidden, a mystery like the road itself, all but buried in rivered gray. Through the windshield, I can see the lights set high over the freeway, burning like great wheels of fire, and yet nothing like the voice of God enters here, only the lingering whisper of pavement and tires, that old lullaby full of disappearing and turns. How things merge unexpectedly in the wind, the bright echo of stars, the animal dead congregating at the side of the road, their eyes fixed in the past. Everything slows down at the curve, Every heart slips a gear, and the lungs give out at last. The body empties itself in such moments as mine does now, in a single note that trails behind, like the memory of fire, the summer that the hills burned, and the sky, black as spilt ink, fills with the names of all I did not know I loved, of everything that comes to the lips to refuse the dark. There you go. So that's Refusing the Dark. And most likely part of what will eventually become the third book. I was telling a client of mine, I met with a client on Saturday, helping him with his poetry manuscript. And I was saying I am a very slow writer. I usually, the time between my first and second book is about 10 years. And at the rate I'm going, it'll probably be 10 years between the second book and the third book. And I think it's a lot of it is just I spend a lot of time thinking and researching. And I think sometimes it takes me a while to figure out where I'm going with some of this material. I write a lot of stuff that never makes it anywhere. And then I get sidetracked on projects that have nothing to do with creative writing. And then I come back to what I'm supposed to be doing. Probably Brittany from now on, because I take these long breaks between. I did it again. Deadpool just rated 12. Okay, well, welcome in, Deadpool. I should say I'm behind in doing shoutouts. Let's see here. Let's let's throw in a few things here. Let's do a shout out for the Deadpool, and then we'll catch up with some of the other shout outs we need to do.
Oh, shit, he's just running. I really hope he doesn't maul me. Please don't go through the wall. I can't even aim.
Oh!
I like start hearing something, I get terrified. I was like, oh god, is he murdering me? Is he opening the door? I thought he was opening the door. Oh my god, I thought for sure I was a dead man.
Oh shit. Aurora Timberwolves is a thing. Can we just walk through them? Oh no, did we get into struggle here? We might die here. We might die.
Uh-oh.
What are we doing with this flare? I don't actually know.
Yeah, Fish, that's such a long time ago. I mean, that hunting tourney. I think that was, I think I watched your hunting tourney, and that was like watching people play that made me want to participate in a tourney too.
The rishis off all of these logs here. Cool. Let's get out. No, we're gonna take it with us. What's my clothing doing? Maybe do some repairs or something just while we're waiting. My socks have seen better days. We might have to think about not.
Okay, so we did a shout out for Deadpool, shout out for Big Fish, shout out for Chimi, shout out for Laszlo, and And then for those of you who are just joining us, we're doing a brand new challenge, like a really weird, funky challenge. That came about because I made an offhand comment about like it would be kind of fun to do a challenge in which all the custom settings were randomized, and I just ended up with something completely like I would never have picked these settings, and then we just run with that and see what happens. And so I wrote a little random generator to do that, to produce it. And so the first one that we ran for this, we ended up with one that's really all over the place. I wish I had printed out the setting list, but I'll show you what it looks like so you can. The link works. You can use that to try it out. And yeah, here we go. For those of you who missed it earlier, here's what it looks like. Come on, guys. Come on. Why aren't you showing up? There we go. Okay. So yeah, so then it just pops up this generator here, and it just populates the whole thing. Click the button, gives you a new set, and you end up with some weird situations, like yeah, this one's kind of weird. Wow. Wildlife knows where you are, and they know that you're carrying food. Like that one. That's kind of crazy. And Timberwolf morale is high, and wildlife detection is far. This would be an absolute nightmare for hunting purposes. And baseline resource availability is low, so you have to hunt. And there's just like everything is out to get you, and they sent you from very far away. So yeah, so that's kind of crazy stuff. So anyways, that's available for anyone else to play with. Thanks for hanging out. We're going to get ready to head out, but thanks for the raids and for the company. And yeah, if you want to play around and try a crazy custom run where no one will have ever done exactly what you're doing before, feel free to try it out. And some things seem like they're not going to be that bad, and they turn out to be pretty hard. The one we're on right now, we have a high resource baseline, but harvestable plants have a low likelihood of appearing, and blizzard is at high. So there's just constant blizzards, and wind variability is high. Everything, like, yeah, wind and weather changes are high. It's just like, you can't carry a torch. But thankfully, wildlife is passive, so we're like lucky. If wildlife was not passive, it would be a very short run. Okay, we'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. That's the plan. So let's figure out who we can go raid, since everyone else has already raided me. We need to find someone else to raid. So if you have suggestions, otherwise I'm going to look up on our... Wow. Okay, so it's late enough that we don't have that many people to raid. And I am the only English speaker out of the Long Dark streamers. So... Russian and Ukrainian. Well, let's see. We could visit Perfect Trip, who's doing 7 Days to Die. Yeah, I don't have a lot of other options here. Interesting. You have never rated me. Okay. Alright, so yeah, I think out of our friends, Perfect Trip is the only one that I see. And Perfect Trip seems to be in the middle of... Wow. Creatures trying to attack him through the walls of his makeshift shelter. So, they're like clipping through the walls and he's trying to kill them. Okay, so let's get this raid going. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, glad well, hopefully people enjoy playing around with that. Let's go visit Perfect Trip and take care until then. Okay, setting up the raid to go visit Perfect Trip, and we will see you all tomorrow night if you can make it. This run continues, and we'll see you all then. Night.